nice.
Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and this is the video review for the Transformers Beast Wars 2 Galvatron figure. Now this is one I don't have any connection with the fiction forum. I just got it because I really think this dragon mode looks awesome. And as you can see, he has a regal appearance with these golden pauldrons. And while I never got it, I was always fond of the Dragon Megatron that came out in Beast Wars Transmetals, or Transmetal 2s. But, yeah, Galvatron here is actually quite interesting, although the box did call him Galvatron. I don't know if that was because of it being the Korean version or what, but, yeah. From what I looked up on TF Wiki, he's Galvatron, or, you know, some representation of him, which is fine. Again, this is a real cool purple dragon. Stands quite nicely, although I am concerned with the gold plastic feet. Anybody who's aware of how Transformers work know that gold plastic rarely ends well and often will break. But this one, so far so good. Time will tell if it lasts or not. But anyway, since it's a beast mode, we gotta talk articulation. So he does have forward backward at the hips, a little forward backward at the knees, not a whole lot, and hinge as at the feet. Up and down at the tail. You got forward backward at the shoulders, elbow joints, the really nice segmented and ball jointed head and neck. So yeah, segmented, ball jointed neck, lots of range of motion on that neck, which is really good. And of course he has an opening jaw. It really does help. And let's get a good look at that head, because that is a really vicious looking dragon. I do like that. Now the wings are set a little low, and they're articulated too. You got up and down, forward, back, and a little bit of movement here too. So you got a range of motion on those. And they also have this claw feature. It's kind of a weapon for the robot mode, but you can use it here. Well, maybe not so much. But, you know, that doesn't always work as well as I'd like. So, but it's nice that it's there. Now, aesthetically, he's pretty cool. Only thing I'm not fond of are how he has guns on the kneecaps, but no real way to point them at his enemies. I mean, even when he's kind of sitting like this, those knees are pointing down, which makes it impossible to use those guns, which is sad. He can also move his horn to his nose, I guess to stab people with a headbutt of sorts, or ram them with a spear ahead. I don't know. But, yeah, that covers Dragon Mode. And this guy is a triple changer, so why don't we get him into his Vehicular Mode. Okay, and now that we have Galvatron in his vehicle mode, you can see he transforms into a very familiar looking drill tank. And don't recognize it? Well, why don't we bring in the G1 Anime Colors Galvatron, do a little quick comparison, and maybe you'll see the resemblance. Yeah, I mean, this drill tank looks a lot like G1 Galvatron's cannon mode. I mean, there's some differences, but the similarities are there. I mean, this definitely is a dead ringer for G1 Galvatron's cannon mode, which is awesome. I do like that. But other than that, there's not much else to say about it. I mean, I like the sleek design. Now, I think this is actually one of the most effective modes for the whole figure. Even if I like the dragon mode quite a bit, I think this works pretty well. It has the little caster wheels on the bottom, so it can roll a little bit. And it has a nice little feature where you push this button and the drill spins. Which is always a nice feature for a drill tank. Now, to be honest, I am concerned about the fact that the majority of the drill is gold plastic, meaning it's very likely to get brittle and snap at some point, especially since it's held together by a couple tabs. So, yeah, there is a concern there. But honestly, aside from that, I think this works out really good for Galvatron. Yeah, it's really cool to see a nod to the G1 Galvatron with this. And I quite appreciate it. So why don't we get him into robot mode and see how he looks there. Okay, now that we got Galvatron in his robot mode, he's a bit of a stocky, somewhat short guy, but he is thick, he's big, and very bulky. And if you want to get an idea for his size, let me bring in Voyager class Cyclonus. So a pretty standard Voyager size. And you can tell he's a little bit taller than Galvatron, but not quite as big. And Galvatron's got a lot of bulk to him. I mean, there's a lot of thick parts. Not to mention a ginormous backpack made of the drill, dragon head, and wings. So, yeah, there's a lot going on with this guy. So, he's pretty thick. Now, getting a look at the head, you can actually see a bit of Beast Wars Megatron in him. Although, from what I understand, the two were completely different characters altogether. But it's a shame that Hasbro never tried to use this as like a Beast Machines Megatron, because it would have been it would have been a nicer transition from him going from full beast mode to a vehicular form, since it does have a vehicle mode to it. And let's face it, that does look like Megs. I mean, it really does. So, and I think it might have been a wasted opportunity, but still, this is a cool figure. As you can see, the paint job is pretty well done. A lot of nice gold and teal and red and various shades of purple and some silver as well. So he's got a nice wide variety of colors to him. Those gun covered kneecaps actually can point at something now, and well, I should have mentioned it in tank mode. They are pointing straight ahead in the tank mode. But you know, aside from that, pretty cool. And there's even a translucent plastic sphere that has a real nice shine to it, which I guess would be a spark crystal, but it doesn't have any faction symbol listed on it. Since this is the Korean release, there is no thermal rub sign on him, but that's the only difference from him from the Takara version that I know of. But all in all, this is a really nice looking figure. Now for articulation, you do have a left and right swivel at the head, ratcheted shoulders, in and out at the shoulders, nice elbow bend, got a bicep swivel. Kibble can stop some of the swiveling though, and a wrist joint. He has a swivel at the waist, universal hips with a nice ratchet, forward and back, ratcheted swivel at the thigh, at least there's a detent in there, ratcheted knees, which have a real deep bend due to the way he transforms, and a little bit of toe. So all in all, you can get he has the posability. It's just managing the weight that can be tricky. Now for accessories, well, before I get to accessories, let me get into an action feature, which is that the tail bits. I probably should have done this in Dragon mode, but this will do fine. Can actually fire missiles. And said missiles actually become little hatchets in robot mode. So not only does he have firing missiles, he has melee weapons, which is a pretty cool dual use missile. The other action feature / accessory he has is his giant battle claw thing. Which you can fit on his back or actually fit in his hand. Now this thing is so massive though, it's hard to really see it being an actual useful accessory. But it is there if you want him to have it. Otherwise, it'll just simply clip on the back. At least it's supposed to. Oh, yeah, I have it upside down, that's why. Like so. So yeah, you got plenty of posing options and plenty of accessory options as well. Just got to be able to manage the weight. And yeah, this backpack is heavy, so you gotta be careful. Now for some other size comparisons, or other comparisons just in general, let's bring in Starscream and BB. So we got BB here, who also has weight management issues, and then Starscream. So you can see he scales well with his minions. And then we can also bring in G1 Galvatron. You can see he's significantly smaller than his G1 self and looks significantly different in this form. So yeah, I mean, he's going to be a different guy altogether. And while we did see a Voyager, let's put him up with a more standard deluxe in off-road. So yeah, I mean, he's a big dude, considerably bigger than the like the Voyager class. And for one more relevant size comparison, I want to put him in with Timeline's Ultra Magnus, who is a repaint of Big Convoy. So you can see those two together. So yeah, he goes pretty well. And I do like this little Galvatron here. So it's a nice figure. Now the Korean version's easy to find still, and you can get it at a good price. I got this guy, I think it was about $40, which isn't bad considering it's an import toy, ultra class, and kind of old. So yeah, I'd say that's a fair price. I got them at Big Bad Toy Store, so you might want to check them out, see if they still have them. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to see more videos, and share with your friends. And I'll see you next time. So take care, so long, have fun, and bye-bye.